Today we are going to discuss about the worksets in Revit. First, I welcome all my friends on my educational channel. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get new videos. Like and share also. Worksets is a collaborative tool in Revit that provides a way for multiple users to control multiple elements at the same time in a worksheet project or a central model and allows to work. The division of the file in worksets will only be available in case of enabling the work sharing in the file. When collaborative work is enabled in the file, each element in the project is contained in only one workset. It is not possible to keep an element in multiple worksets. Users are assigned a specific functional area to work on the project, and worksets are built on this basis. For example, users who have to work on an interior in architecture and structure, a workset will be created for them. And users who have to work on exterior or the site will have separate worksets. The same in the plumbing model, a workset of water will be made for user and another workset has to be made on the drainage system for the second user who will work on the same system. Each user will work on its system in its workset. If a user tries to draw another system into his workset, the element will not be visible. Dividing a project into worksets makes it easier to make whole sections of a project editable at once. Now let's talk about how to create a workset in a project. Worksets is located on the Collaborative tab in the Manage Collaboration panel. We also find the same tool in the status bar. When you press this button to enable work sharing, the work sharing dialog box appears. This automatically creates two worksets. The first workset is shared level and grids. The level and grids of work shared project are moved into this workset, and on the other hand, all other elements are moved in workset 1. I cancel this tool now to show you the current status of the project's level. View in the Properties palette by selecting Level in any elevation view. No information about worksets will be there. Now, if we enable collaborative work, then the worksets dialog box will open. Now I will make this standalone file as a central file. This will automatically create many worksets. Let's talk about user-created worksets first. By enabling Collaborate Work was created two worksets of which the first was the workset of levels and grids. All other elements will be included in the second workset 1. Now if I go in the elevation view and look at the workset of levels in Properties palette, it will show the workset. We access the workset dialog box again. We can activate the workset by using drop-down. If we want to reduce the visibility of other workset elements except active workset, then we will check the gray in active workset graphics box. Shade level and grids workset functionally can be edited or deleted. Other default workset 1 can be renamed but not deleted. Apart from that, any new workset can be renamed or deleted. Now we create a new workset. For example, we are working on plumbing model and we have to make two worksets, water and drainage, so that one user can work on the water system and the other user can work on the drainage system. So, to create a new workset, we will press the new button. New workset bar will be appear in this we make water workset. By checking the visible in all views box, the workset will appear in every view. I will explain later in this video that how to control the workset in individual view. The same we make drainage workset. In the first column of the worksets dialog box, the workset name will appear. This name can be given as per office standards or system name or as per BIM execution plan standards. The second column is editable in the worksets dialog box. Worksets have an owner and only that owner can edit the elements in that particular worksets. Then each of these worksets may own one user at a time. Worksets ownership will not assigned. The user take it from its local file. Ownership of worksets should not be transferred only for sensitive elements such as concrete cases, levels and grids or links. If we set the editable workset at no, then it becomes non-editable workset. This process of making it editable or non-editable workset can also be done from the right bottom corner of the dialog box. Non-editable workset do not have any owner, so the owner's name of editable workset is written in the third column and no owner's name is shown in non-editable worksets. Users can edit the elements in non-editable workset by borrow the elements in their local file, and the name of these users will be displayed in the fourth column of the workset dialog box. The fifth column of the workset dialog box is opened. This option allows to open or close portions of the file that are not being used. It affects not just visibility. When a workset is closed, data in it are not loaded and file works with less information. Worksets open or close option can also be controlled from the right middle side. When we open the worksheet project, then along the open button, there is also a workset drop-down button from which we can open the project with various workset options. After that, there is a sixth and last column in workset is visible in views. If we check the workset visible in all views, then the workset will appear in every view. Otherwise, we have to set show or hide appearance setting in every view. A new workset can be created with the new button. You can delete any workset except the default workset 1. A workset can only be deleted if it is editable. When you delete a workset, it gives you two options. In the first option, the workset you want to delete, then the elements inside that workset will also be deleted along with the workset. In the other option is to move these elements to another workset. In the drop-down menu, whatever workset you select, the elements will move in that workset. The user-created workset can be renamed with the Rename button. This can only be done if the workset is editable through its owner. In addition to user-created worksets, we also have Project Standards worksets. Uncheck the user-created worksets and display the Project Standard worksets. You can control all these worksets in the same way that we control the user-created worksets. In this way, the control of the worksets of the loaded families can be made in this project, and views worksets can also be managed in the same manner. The workset categories you check will be shown. Now, I active workset of water and draw a pipe. I can see a pipe in the drawing working area. Pipes workset can also be viewed from the Properties palette. If you change the workset of the pipe from the Properties palette, then the object will be hidden because now it's out of water workset. That's why you have to place each object in its proper workset. Now let's take a look at some of the ways to use worksets within a project. You have to keep levels and grids in the Levels and Grids workset. In fact, you have to place the architecture and structure link model in workset 1 because you need it in every view. Elements are to be placed in their relevant worksets according to their systems. For example, if you are working on a plumbing model, then the water elements should be placed in the water workset and the drainage elements in the drainage workset so that each system elements will appear in its own workset. After that, you have to link different models for coordination purpose. For example, if you are working in HVAC model, then you have to link water, drainage and fire model, etc. You have to create a workset for each link. For example, link HVAC. When you have to link HVAC model, you should put this link model in the link HVAC workset. Now the visibility of this link you need in a view and maybe not in other view. So there are two ways to control it, with view template and without view template. In the first method, the workset must be included with the view template with checkbox. You have to edit its value and use hide or show settings against any workset. If you want to see a workset in a view, then select Show from the drop-down menu. And if you don't want to see any workset in a view, then select Hide. The sixth column is visible in all views in the Workset dialog box. Represent the Use Global settings. If you have checked the box in Workset Visible in all views, then it will appear visible in Use Global settings, and this workset will be visible in every view. Instead of it, if you have unchecked the box in Workset Visible in all views, then it will display Not Visible in Use Global settings, and this workset will be hidden in every view. By selecting all button below, we'll select all the worksets. Selecting none button will deselect all the worksets. You can also select a single workset. If you want to deselect the selected workset and select all other worksets, then press the invert button. In the second option, if you did not apply a view template, then you have to go to the visibility graphics section. The way to do this is to select visibility graphics tool in the graphics panel of view tab or punch its shortcut key W from the keyboard. Access the last section worksets of the visibility graphics dialog box and control the visibility settings of any workset. If you want to edit any other user's workset elements, then you will be presented with a permission dialog box in which you can see the information of this element workset and the owner of this workset. To edit this element, you will request the workset owner of the element. The editing request dialogs box will be received by the workset owner, which will contain the description of the element and the name of the user who wants to edit the element. The workset owner can view this element with the show button, and he has the right to grant or deny this request. At end of business day, when you want to shut down the system, so before closing the Revit, you have to synchronize the model from the collaborative tab and then select relinquish all mine tool. This allows you to relinquish ownership of your unused worksets for other users. I have seen modelers make this mistake a lot. First, they do the relinquish all mine, then they synchronize the model. You have to take special care to use the relinquish all mine tool after synchronizing the model. In today's lecture, we have discussed the worksets in Revit. I hope you have understood this topic. Stay tuned for more educational videos. BIM Talks.